Plaintiff Shane O'Farrell says he and the defendant became friends through their mutual love of car racing. And Shane soon discovered that the defendant was heavily addicted to cocaine. Shane claims he sold an engine to the defendant, but the defendant never paid him for it, and then started bad-mouthing him on the internet. Defendant Joshua Mabe says he never would have become friends with Shane had he known how shady he was. Joshua claims the plaintiff robbed one of Joshua's friends at gunpoint, and he even threatened Joshua's life. Joshua insists he paid Shane in full for the engine.
Tell me what happened.
I met Josh about 4 or 5 years ago. Local car get together, like a car meet, car show. We street race, kind of like the movie The Fast and the Furious. Next summer after that, he disappeared. He just fell off. Later, come find out he was heavy into coke. I guess he went into the military, cleaned himself up.
How'd you find that out?
He told me. That summer after that, we got together again at local car meets, summertime on the weekends, and started hanging out again. He'd come over, we'd work on our cars together, stuff like that. He called me, being a good friend that, I thought he was. He called me in October, and I guess he blew his motor up on his way over to my house. So he finally made it over to my house. I had a spare motor that would fit his car. He said his dad would send him $500 for the motor. He didn't know too much about, installing a motor, so I helped him put it in. The whole night, the next morning, he slept over my house.
Okay, you're suing for $400, so he obviously gave you some?
Right. The weekend came, and his dad didn't give him the money. He gave me $100 of that.
Cash?
Out of his $100 cash.
Go ahead, sir. Let me hear your side.
All right, Your Honor. I would have never been involved with Shane had I known the type of person that he was.
How? What type of person is he?
He's a very shady person.
How so?
Just rips people off. He scams people.
Give me an example.
Me, for example.
Other than
the
you.
motor that
he claims you're shady, and he's suing you for ripping him off.
Okay.
So give me an example of someone else.
I've got evidence I can show. Other people online, some of my friends, he's robbed one of my friends at gunpoint.
He did what?
He acts like a tough guy. Carries
He
his gun
robbed a
around.
friend at gunpoint?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Did that friend press charges?
No.
Why? You don't know why?
He said that if he went to the cops, that he'd come after him.
And kill him?
That's not true
That's
at all.
not true at all.
I don't know if he said he'd
You
kill him.
said
but
you
he
have
he'd come
evidence
after him.
about that.
I don't have evidence about the robbery.
All right.
He had owed me money. It was a friendship like his and I's, and we would, fix each other's cars, trade for parts,
Fix
stuff
each
like
other's
that.
cars.
It ended up he owed me money because he went back on a deal. He owed me $50. It was over $50. He kept running his mouth like if I go into his town, he'll have me killed, and like he owns the sheriff and all this stuff. And I found him up at the mall, and I went up behind him. I'm like, "What's up now? Where's my money?" He went straight to the ATM machine. Got me my $50, and I left. I didn't have a gun on me. You can't carry a gun. I carry a concealed carry license. I carry a gun a lot. People mistake that. They think I'm, out to shoot people and stuff like that. I'm 27. I'm
Pulled
grown.
it out on him that day?
No, I did not.
So what made him just comply?
He's about this tall. He's scared. He ran his mouth all the time. And when it came to it, he just.
How did he know about the gun? It's pretty coincidental that you actually carry a gun, and he's told that you put a gun up to someone. How did he know about
We're
a
friends.
gun?
I always have my gun on me.
Your Honor, we were
He
not
actually
friends.
spoke.
We were just acquaintances.
Josh, you spent the night at our house. Our kids played together.
I brought my daughter over with me.
Did
They
you-
didn't
have
play
you ever
together,
spent
and I
the
didn't
night,
watch her
sir?
while you guys worked on the car.
Sir,
No.
You're
sir, have you
absolutely
ever spent the
lying.
night over there?
No, sir.
You tell me what happened with the motor. Go ahead.
The agreement was
No,
$200.
tell me how it happened. How the agreement came to exist.
Pretty much, I had purchased a part off of him previously, installed it on my car. Within 20 minutes after installing it, the motor blew up. So then I called him, told him about it. He said he had another engine. I said I didn't have any money at the time. I said I could pay him at the end of the week with my paycheck.
How much?
The original agreement was $200 plus my old swap that he could rebuild, sell, do whatever he wanted with.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Did you give him the old one?
I did give him the old motor that night, and then when I got my paycheck that week, I paid him $200.
The amount that was agreed to.
That was agreed upon. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you owe him absolutely nothing.
No, sir.
Why do you think he's coming up with this?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor,
This was over 6 months ago.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. State your name.
My name's Michelle Johnson.
What do you want to tell me?
We tried calling Josh so many times, and he was avoiding the phone calls. We finally called him on my phone because he didn't know the phone number. I talked to you personally.
No, you did not. You did not try to call and ask me anything.
I don't know which
You called and
personality I was
threatened
talking
me,
to then.
Threatened my
because-
life and left voicemails on my
Do you
phone.
have the
did?
voicemails of us
Voicemails
threatening your
get deleted
life?
every-
She threatened you?
No, she never called me.
I never
Okay, you
called
The
just-
only number that was to call me was his number, and he's the one that left the voicemails threatening me
You've
and my
never
life.
spoken to her?
No.
about
Never
this?
once
Do you have
on the
those
phone.
voicemails, Josh?
My phone deletes them
Oh,
every
that's
90
magical.
days.
Anyways, can I finish my
Go ahead.
my thing? He said, I'm not avoiding you guys. I plan on stopping by. We'll talk about this. Never heard from him again.
Do you have any evidence you can provide
Yes.
today?
Yes.
I have where he was running his mouth on the internet about how I'm going to kill him and my child's not going to have a dad because I'm going to be in jail over a motor I sold him. I have a couple witness statements. A previous friend of mine actually.
Sir, did you write these things threatening him?
I don't know what it is that I'm being accused
Threatening.
of
Did you
writing.
ever write anything threatening him?
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor.
I don't
To
believe
your
he threatened
knowledge.
me.
I don't know what he just showed you that is there. I don't know what it is.
I
that
just
I'm being
told you,
accused of.
threatening him. Did you ever threaten him?
No, I've
in
never
writing or
threatened him.
otherwise,
No, Your Honor.
to your knowledge.
No, I haven't threatened him.
Okay, very good. Well, after the motor blew up, I told him and he said, not my fault, where's my money? Then said, I'm not paying you for something that's messed up and blown up. That's not what you told me. You didn't say I told him I wasn't paying him because it blew up.
He was trying to say I owed him more
Never
money,
told
and
me
I
he would
didn't.
never pay me.
No,
Never.
that's not what this says.
That's-
That's
you
not
never
what this
told that.
says. This says that you told him that you're not paying it because it blew up.
Because he had called, threatened me, saying that I still owe him money.
Right,
told
but
him
you
I'm
didn't
not
say
paying him
that.
for
You didn't
anything.
say, I am not paying him because I don't owe him. You said, I'm not paying him because the motor blew up. Those are two different things.
Okay.
That's when he gave
You
me
want to
that
kill me over
100
$200? Cool. Explain that one to your daughter when she comes and visits you behind bars. Did you submit that?
Apparently, Your Honor.
Acknowledging once again that you owe $200 at least. You might want to delete this thread before it is too late. Just deny everything because there is no written contract. Everything is as it is until you admit that you are going to pay him $200 on the forum. Someone advise you to do that? No?
I didn't listen to that, Your Honor.
You didn't listen to
I
it.
paid him the $200. He got my old motor.
All
that
right.
was the original
Sir, I have
agreement.
3 indications here that you believed you owed him $200. And sir, you have anything else to convince me of the amount? Because anytime a person says, I owe $200, they admit that to someone else, not to you, but to someone else, they admit, I do owe him $200. And then they send to you, okay, if you want to kill me over $200, come on. He's convinced he owe you $200.
He
And
lied.
Unless he was high out of his
What did I lie
mind.
about?
So I'm going to say, I'm going to grant you a judgment for $200. That's the only thing you've convinced me of. I'm just not convinced of the amount beyond $200. $200 is your judgment. Have a good day.
Thank you.